Hi, hello and welcome. Welcome to some Heroes of the Storm. Just gonna play a random game, record it, see if it fits my channel. I'm gonna ramble a bit, gonna edit a bit, make it nice and enjoyable, but it's just gonna be one Heroes of the Storm game. Surely something I like to watch other people do, but maybe is not gonna be exactly for you. I think it might also be enjoyable to watch some more high level content in games like this. But for now it's gonna have to just be the mediocre level content that I can provide you with, that you're gonna have to take satisfaction with, and otherwise, well, yeah. Better stop watching. A lot of fun this game. Talked about it in one of my Minecraft videos. It's a MOBA, Massive Online Battle Arena game. Same as League of Legends, same as Dota 2 for example, which you all probably know, but this one is a bit more team-based. And we have found ourselves a game right here. The map is gonna be Tomb of the Spider Queen. Quite an interesting one. Very small map. Every minion wave will have 3 minions at the end of their wave, at the end of that wave I should say, which are actually spiders, and they drop these gems. Turning in gems will make your team spawn some spider queens that will help you push and clear out enemy minions. Immediately I can't help but notice that our levels are a bit on the low side compared to their levels, but that should all be fine. And there we go. Now I am Falstad, I'm a ranged assassin. We also have Jaina, who is like an ice mage ranged assassin as well. Then we have Troll, who might be like a bruiser, because he's not really an assassin type. He's more in between dealing damage and also being a bit on the defensive side. Then we have Valera, which is purely a melee assassin. She uses stealth to burst down her enemies. And we have Lily, which is a nice little healing small panda, but she has some pretty decent heals. What I like to do in Heroes of the Storm and on Falstad, but in champions in general, is go an auto attack build. Main premise of an auto attack build is that, well, you empower your auto attacks with a lot of decent effects. Our healer needs to be a bit more on the careful side, I think. We got some nice damage in there as well though. Heroes of the Storm, you should definitely give this game a try if you haven't played it before. It is free to play, it is on battle.net because it is by Blizzard, the company that also made World of Warcraft, Hearthstone, Overwatch. Diablo, of course, can't forget Diablo. Not a game that most people will know Blizzard for, but it is an amazing game. That's because I definitely like the genre of action RPGs. We are up against Sylvanas right here, who is a ranged assassin as well, but she is kind of focused on pushing, on doing siege damage, which you can see here in the tab in the scoreboard screen. Then that other like weird deer lady right here is called Lunara. She's also a ranged assassin, but instead of focusing on structure damage and minion damage, she just deals a absolute shitload of damage to heroes. Now Valera has left the game. She just felt like not wanting to play anymore. Cool feature about Heroes of the Storm is that when one of your teammates goes AFK, you can just click them and they will actually follow you around. It's not like they're gonna be the most useful player in the game, but it definitely is satisfying that you don't just have to accept the fact that they have gone AFK and you can't do anything about it. Someone is messaging me on Discord. I hope it's not gonna be too important because I'm gonna ignore it for now. I want to be like a professional video content creator, you know, nobody can disturb me. Well, if I was gonna be a professional video content creator, I would have turned on streamer mode, of course, so that's my bad. Alright, I'm gonna check it out, because it seems to be very important indeed. And it is not important at all, or well, not important for me at least. I'm not gonna go into details, but it's a buddy, talking about a buddy who's having a bit of a rough time, and that first buddy is, well, is listening to that other buddy. Ah, Valera is here. So that's why I say that it's not important for me, but it's definitely important because, I mean, social support, that is pretty important. As a psychology student, I should put emphasis on the fact that you need some people in your life to help you around, to help you out on some cases. On this map, I told you about all the things that you can do on this map, and the 2 turn-in points for the gems that you collect from the spiders are actually visible on the map right here. It's these yellow circles right here. That's where you can actually turn in your gems. And on the bottom right, below your map, you can see how many gems have been turned in for each team right now, and also how many gems your team has in possession. We gotta get out of here for a second. We definitely don't want to be messing too much with Lunara, because as I told you, she does an absolute ton of damage. It is a bit of a damage over time. Imagine, it's my first multiplayer game and playing versus level 150 plus. Yeah, that's rough, buddy. Like when your girlfriend turns into the moon, that's also rough, buddy. I'll empower him a bit. That's rough, buddy. Just try to have fun. There we go. That's gonna motivate him to play better. Well, not better, but just to keep playing. Yeah, XD. When you see someone using XD, you know that it's gonna be a genuine person, because only people that are genuine and that are really fun to hang around are confident enough to still use XD in this time and age. This day and age is the saying, I think. We interrupted him turning in his gems, but it does seem like we're gonna have to do a lot this game. Because I don't believe our other teammates are really all that active in, well, doing literally anything, I think. Let's go help him out in the bot lane if we do see that fit. They turned in all their gems, by the way. That's why the enemy web weavers are descending, and that's gonna mean a rough time for us. Let's try to harass Chromie a bit. Also a ranged assassin, who can do a lot of damage as well, but it's a bit harder for her. That's a difficult champion, I think, Chromie. More difficult than Lunara for sure. If you can still keep up with all the champion names. Hero names, I guess I should say. Champion is like from being used to playing League. As you can see, those web weavers that you get by turning in the gems, they can cause quite a ruckus to your buildings. One of the more interesting parts of this game of Heroes of the Storm as well, compared to other MOBAs of the same genre, is that, well, you have all these different maps that you can play on, and every map has different mechanics. Sure, there are some similarities. A lot of maps are about like collect these things and then turn enough of these things into do massive structure damage to the enemy, but still, it's those small patches of diversity in the gameplay that really keep you thrilled to keep playing. A lot of minions here, which is going to give them a lot of pushing power, but it also means a lot of power for our quests. Should make sure that we don't die though. Brawl is over here trying to help us out a bit. Doesn't seem to be working all that well. Our Valera did get a kill on the enemy Zeratul, another melee assassin who employs stealth, so that must have been a really interesting fight set and we didn't get to see it. For now, what I'm doing is just trying to apply pressure to different lanes and stacking up my quest. Did I mention that Lunara does a lot of damage, by the way? Why you see me moving around these lanes so much? Our Lily is AFK, I didn't even notice, nobody pinged her. You see me moving around between these lanes because an important factor in this game is the XP that you're soaking up for your team, and you can only soak up XP when you are near dying minions when they die. Contrary to other MOBAs, you don't have to get the last hit exactly, because if you don't get the last hit, you see this little XP drops that drop to the floor and you can just pick them up afterwards, but you still need to be in the vicinity to pick those up, otherwise that XP will go lost like these three down here. And I do watch a lot of high level Heroes of the Storm content in my free time, and I have noticed that soaking that XP, especially in the early game and all lanes at once, that's one of the most important differences between high and low level gameplay. Because in low level games, a lot of people will just be with 5 in the mid lane, and that's not the best approach to go about things. I have 41 gems, so if I die now, that will be a big liability for my team. I need to try and turn in those gems without notifying anyone. Let's try. Oh, they definitely saw that. Let's try again. Maybe we will get away with it cheaply. If she missed, she did. Alright, and because we turned in 40 gems at once, that's really gonna help our team out, because our web weavers are descending now. Small little tip for when you're playing this map, the web weavers actually descend where the minion waves are battling right now, so it could be beneficial for you to just push really hard right before your web weavers arrive. Playing on my own right now. Normally this game is a lot of fun with friends as well, because as I notified you earlier, you need to have a lot of team play and coordination for this one to win. My buddy Destroyer was online, but he was not responding in Discord. I was talking to a wall right there, so I decided to just play some on my own. I wanted to definitely record something this evening, but I also wanted to really play some Heroes of the Storm because I've been loving this game lately, and I thought, why not both, you know? Even if I do find out afterwards that it's not really the type of content that I want for my channel, it's still content for my channel, so I will just try everything that I can. Another idea I had, and which might be coming out in the future, is doing some very low level Python tutorials. Well, not really tutorials, but just showing you how I work on some random projects, because I think that's gonna make some interesting content as well. Saw my ultimate ability in action right there, that's why it did so much damage. It's not that I'm like the most proficient coder or anything, but it's just really fun to do, and it's fun to figure out those problems. There's a big feeling of satisfaction when you have a task in front of you and you're like, how am I ever gonna complete this? And then after just putting in the work, you do complete it in the end. That feels amazing. I think we're gonna have to start, oh, that's not the best hammer I've ever popped. I think we're gonna have to start to get out of here though, Lily bot, because this is not gonna turn out well. Is she actually gonna get out of there? There you see the power of Lily. She does absolutely no damage, has almost no crowd control, but her healing, that's off the hook sometimes. Let's turn in some gems. The bot will still do that, the AI, that's interesting. Make sure that I don't just get one shot maybe, that'll help us out a bit. You have these healing fountains in your base, which is a very handy addition, otherwise you would have to recall a bunch of times in this game. I feel like Heroes of the Storm definitely has some more like small skirmishes between heroes, but it's not like League where every champion just one-shots every other champion, and that's something that I really admire about the game. It feels well balanced. There's only a couple of heroes where when I'm playing against them, I'm just like, I really don't want this because I know that I'm gonna lose, or well, that I have a high chance to lose. Of course, you're not automatically gonna lose because the enemy picked a certain champion. That would mean that the game is like unplayable. But yeah, there's just some champions. Deathwing. I'm not gonna like name any champions in particular. Deathwing, but yeah, there's just some champions out there that are pretty annoying to play against. Lunara definitely used to be one of them when I was still like a bit more inexperienced in the game, but for now though, she is no problem for me at all. I gotta break it to you, I don't think we are actually gonna win this game, but that doesn't mean that we're gonna give up. I still have quite a lot of stacks to go on my quest. My quest is to have minions die near me, and I need to get up to 40 stacks. We are at 34 right now. Getting up to 40 will unlock my 1 ability, which is going to give me a huge attack speed boost, and that's going to give me a huge damage boost, of course. Normally, when the rest of your team is here, you can take some more time just soaking up the different lanes and moving between them to get multiple minion waves stacking up your quest, but in this game that was not really an option, because as you know, well, most of our people were just either a bit brainless or AFK the entire time. Valera has just been standing in base as well for like an hour, so let's just create our own little army for now, shall we? That reminds me of a game I had with my buddy Simon and Destroyer. We were actually the only 3 people in game. There were 2 people AFK, and what I did was I just put the 2 AFK people behind me. It might have been with Simon and Inca or Krogan now that I think about it. I don't know if it was Destroyer, but either way, we actually won like a 3v5 just because I had the 2 people following me around and I created my own little army. It's another beautiful aspect of this game. Making comebacks is really a lot easier than in games like League. As you can see right here. Oh, didn't really need to do that. Enemies drop their gems when they die, so let's try to pick up as many of those as possible. We have 55 in our possession right now, and a lot of them are in my possession. Definitely not going to be a bad idea to turn them in right now. As you can hear, I am definitely talking quickly and talking a lot about the game, but I think that's the kind of commentary that this kind of game deserves, you know, because it is intense combat like non-stop. It's action, action, action and nothing else. So the commentary needs to reflect that, of course. Now you will see me pop in my 1 ability, and that drastically increases my attack speed. Really like Falstad as a hero. I like every hero that can be an auto-attacking hero, because that's just some of the that you can really show your mechanics when you're playing an auto-attack build, you know? Kiting enemies, staying at the same place for exactly the right amount of time, but not overstaying your welcome. It's Monday evening right now. New week started, new week of schoolwork. On Monday and Tuesday I actually don't have classes, which sounds nice on paper, but I would much rather have had some like more spread on my classes, you know? Have something on Sunday. Don't want to have something on Sunday, but have something on Monday and Tuesday, and then have the rest of the week be a bit calmer. On Thursday, for example, I have this practical session of 3 hours long, so having like a bit of that on Monday and Tuesday would be fine in my book. We did not have our ultimate ability up, but we definitely need to be careful because I think a flank is incoming or could be incoming. They could also just be turning in their gems, and that would be a better course of action for them. Exactly what they did. Even though I have completed my quest and I have my new ability of gaining attack speed, I can still stack up the quest and just keep increasing my auto attack damage. Let's try to take care of this web weaver a bit and then return to base to help defend. Don't want to die though. I have no idea where their enemy team is. Looks like they are causing a bit of a hassle on bot, so we are definitely going to be recalling and trying to help out our team over here. Especially our new Jaina. Jaina that's new to the game. We don't want her first online experience to be this bad. I'm just gonna pop my ult real quickly to try and get some of the wave clear going over here. Seratul is also here. One more great mechanic about this game is the stealth. In other games like League, for example, champions like Shaco can just go into stealth completely and you can literally not see where they are, like not at all. But in this game, stealthed heroes, I shouldn't say champions, stealthed heroes actually get like a white outline. So if you're mechanically skilled, you can actually see them. I think they might be doing boss right now, so we should definitely check that out. They are not weirdly enough, or they're all just over here. They're all over here. Alright, we should be careful, but I think this might just also be like the opportunity to have the final game deciding fight. Jaina and Troll should be careful not to take too much damage before the fight even starts. Just gonna check on them doing boss again real quick. They're still not doing it. I don't wanna like... Oh... I don't want to be the one engaging because I'm a ranged assassin, so that means that I deal a lot of damage, but I'm also very much so on the squishy part of the spectrum. Squishy means that you die easily. I think we're just gonna have to commit some time and resources to actually defending our base right now as well. If you don't pay attention to that, well, you'll just lose. Looks like a troll got into a bit of trouble over there though. That's sad. Let's defend bot as well and just keep stacking those minion deaths up. Our auto attacks have hit the 300 damage mark. And our Jaina has hit the death mark, sadly. You can also see these camps right here in the jungle. That's what we call it from League. I don't know if it's exactly the same name on Heroes of the Storm, but that's definitely what we are gonna be calling it. And they also provide you with a lot of benefit to your game. They push for you and stuff, but we don't really have time to clear out the jungle right now, I think, because I think we're just gonna have to be defending our base the entire time. Still stacking up in the meantime. They are definitely gonna have to do the boss sooner or later. The boss is like the ultimate jungle camp. Don't wanna get hit by that, because as you can see, she deals an abundance of damage, and I just got hit by it again. Troll was not able to defend our mid keep from Sylvanas, which is quite understandable because Sylvanas is focused on destroying buildings. So. But we are gonna have to do something about this though. Here you can see Zeratul walking around, and that's what I mean by... That was some beautiful gameplay right there. I gotta hand it to him. That was some beautiful gameplay right there. There we go. Now they have lost their pressure on bot side as well, because we can just stop their push right now. Collecting a lot of gems. We have 34 right now. Jaina is taking it upon her to kill this camp, which is awesome, because that's gonna like provide us with some backup support. I'm definitely gonna try to be sneaky and turn in my gems here. I hope this pays out because it's quite a while to be all on my own over here. There we go. Maybe protect them while they turn in their gems. I hope that's gonna be enough to trigger... Oh, just turn in your goddamn gems, for God's sake. Alright, so the AI, not perfect. I can tell you that much. Seems like we're gonna have to fight on mid. Let's try and get some damage in there on Sylvanas. Very good, very good. We were able to pick her off without too much of a hassle. Lunara just jumped in for some reason, so that's also gonna make it easy. Another beautiful troll ult right there, just splitting up their entire team with that massive crevice, I don't know, crevice that he's putting in the middle of their team. And sooner or later we'll get back into this. But we haven't really been out of it all that much. That's what I shouldn't be saying that, because look at this, man. Like, we're really doing it. We shouldn't be tanking their base though. That's not the approach we should take. Let's turn in gems. I hope I can convince the bots to do it this time. And those web weavers will provide us with a bit of a support net as well. Keep just stacking up my quest. Auto attacks will do more and more damage. We did lose the bot keep, if I heard that correctly, which is sad because that provides them with stronger minions in lane. You can see these cannon minions that spawn when you destroy enemy forts, and they spawn more consistently when you destroy enemy keeps. Hopefully the rest of our team can apply some pressure on other places, because we're gonna try to apply a bit of pressure here. It would really be great if they could like push this, for example. That would help us out a lot. I'm just gonna do this in the hopes that that destroys the building. Very nice, very nice. That provides us with some cannons, which makes our waves a bit better able to fight against their waves. This is not a fight that we want to take. I just sacrificed both of my dudes, sadly. Didn't really mean to do it. They need to get out of there by now. They are overstaying their welcome for sure. Let's kill Sylvanas. She's way too ballsy right here. Maybe if I activated my auto attack buff, my attack speed buff, I could have actually killed her, sadly. But I was paying attention to our bot lane dudes in the meantime as well. Romy did get the kill on Jaina, and Troll also suffered lethality. Not great, not so great. They got the keep, I guess, but I don't think it's worth it. We are nearing 100 stacks. This game has actually been going on for longer than Heroes of the Storm games normally do. Something I didn't really prepare for because it's quite late at night. It's almost like sleeping time. I don't want to imply by that it's like 3 in the morning or something, but it's a school week, so I want to keep my schedule a bit on the healthy side at least. Is that gonna kill her? Oh, I didn't actually expect it to kill her. That's awesome. That's gonna help us out a lot. I'm really glad that I was able to kill her just like that, because we don't want Sylvanas when the objective is defending our base. We do a lot of damage right now, so we can easily clear out their Web Weaver. The rest of our team has just respawned, so we have some backup for the bot lane defense. We have the highest siege damage, hero damage, and XP soaked in this game, which is to be expected. Man, this troll and his ult, I gotta say though, that's definitely what's carrying us through these games. Oh, through these fights is what I meant to say. Keep on going, keep on going. We can see him, he's trailed. Oh, alright. Wow, man, this troll ult. That's a lot of minions. Let's use our ult to clear him out a bit. We were able to hold them off a bit longer still. It's definitely a war of attrition though, this game. They have been ahead the entire time. Not in XP, but definitely in buildings though. But we have managed to come back quite nicely, if you ask me. I'm gonna do something very ballsy. I hope that they just didn't notice me going missing up here, because I think that with the 3 of us, we can definitely clear this out. If Valera is smart enough not to die, because that will also give away that we are doing this. That's not so great. Oh, they're gonna know. They are so going to know. When you clear out the camp, you have to stand over here. We did capture the boss for our team. So that is gonna give us a lot of pushing power or protection power, depending on what way the game goes. But it is gonna provide us a nice distraction at least. If we could now just pressure some of the other lanes, that would be great, because they're gonna have to invest some resources into defending against this boss. I want to back this guy up a bit, but I don't want to get one-shot by Chromie. It's sad that we don't have Valera with us right now. Boss will definitely be doing some work, but we can't really support him all that well. We're just providing some meagerly auto attacks. Did get rid of the keep though. Awesome, awesome. And now I think I'm just gonna resort to mid and try to push this keep as well. We almost have enough gems as is to make the Web Weaver's descent. Definitely a secondary objective of ours right now. And we are gonna get to 100 stacks on our quest this game. That's something that I don't think has ever happened with me playing Falstad. I reassure you, this is one of the longest Heroes of the Storm games I've played in a while. It's normally not supposed to be this long. Doesn't make it less fun though. Oh, Troll, I see you, I hear you, bro. Come on, let's do this. You can see the stealth guy. Troll, I'm ready. Playing a game like this on camera also confirms the hypothesis to me that I would like to shoutcast some games like these. I think that's gonna be, or that would be something that I would get quite proficient at quite quickly, but it definitely needs some practice, of course, but it's something that would be fun to do for sure. I think we're gonna have to take the initiative. That's not a good combination of ults right there, but I don't blame Troll at all. Let's try to... Yeah, we revealed the stealth guy by dealing some damage to it. Amazing Jaina ult. Amazing Jaina ult. And I dare I say it again, that was an amazing Jaina ult. I'm gonna have to compliment him in chat for that one, man. That's like better than the people that are my level in my games. Insane ult, buddy. Good job. Hell yeah, bro. Talking about you. Half an hour. I don't think... Since me returning to Heroes of the Storm like a month ago around probably, I don't think I have even ever played a game that's been half an hour long. We can see the stealth guy, oh, but he's going in way too far. We don't need to make that same mistake though. Let's try to help out Jaina, we were too late already. Now death timers in this game are really long, so dying really is not a benefit to your team, I can tell you that much. Not that I blame Jaina or anything, but it's just you're dead for a long time. We did it again. I guess this guy just heard me like giving praise to his troll ults and he was like, no, that's not me, you know, I can do worse than this. Again, not saying that in bad faith like or anything, I know he's just trying his best as I am. I hope he's not dying though. He was dying if you were wondering. The 3 of us have enough gems to turn in to make the Web Weaver's descent, but we need to make sure that we don't get spotted, because if they kill me right now, I will drop 60 gems to the ground for them freely. Oh, I got my 60 turned in, but we need to wait for them to turn in some more. Oh my god, why did they interrupt themselves? That just cost us the game. If we lose this, you shouldn't forget that we're playing 3v5, alright? Just the fact that the AI was not programmed well enough to handle that situation correctly is gonna probably lose us the game. We're gonna have to help out Jaina, or otherwise this game is gonna be over. Whew. And they got enough to descend the web weavers. That's gonna make it a bit harder for us to survive. Bruiser camp is gonna give us a bit of a net to fall back on, but it does seem like Jaina has died again. Sadly enough, we didn't have Lily with us right now, the healer, but we only have Valera. I'm gonna try to defend bot lane a bit. Pop our auto attack speed buff, and you can see that we can just shred through the web weaver, but I can do that only in one lane, so let's hope that my team is taking care of the other lanes a bit. It does not really seem like Troll has taken care of this lane all that well. You know, it might be time to just call it quits and give up, because, well, I mean, we have been fighting upstream this entire game with our 2 people going away from keyboards. But I'm not one to give up quickly, especially not in Heroes of the Storm. So let's definitely just make a last stand, even if it's the last thing we do. Chromie deals so much damage. Lily does so much healing though. Alright, alright. We're gaining some leverage on them. We have Jaina here again, who is doing amazing things. And all in all, that went well again. I'm gonna try to make my way to the bot camp right here, just as a distraction and as a bit of a leverage, so that they have to send some people over here to deal with that. It is a siege camp, so it is pretty easily to take care of, but it's definitely better than nothing. There we go, easy enough. Pop our attack speed buff. Awesome. Jaina did just get taken out. That is quite sad. That's not helping us out a ton. Man, I want to go to sleep, you know. Well, not really go to sleep. I want to watch Northern Lions Luck Be a Landlord video first, followed up immediately by his amazing loop hero content. Bit of an assassination right there. Holy shit, Lunara deals a lot of damage. I don't think we're gonna be able to survive this. No, we are not. That also means that our 2 champions will now be standing AFK, but we needed to do something like that. That was our first stat this game. That's insane, actually. Level 28. I'm telling you, it's the longest Heroes of the Storm game I've ever played. And I'm quite fond of it, but my vocal cords are also getting quite tired. Luckily, I still have some sips of tea left. I'm definitely gonna edit this down a bit, but I think I'm gonna leave most of the gameplay commentary in it, because it is kind of like a shoutcasty type of commentary, and I think it might be interesting for you guys to get to know that side of me as well. Well, you already know the quick talking, rambling side, of course, but actually having it relate only to the gameplay, that's gonna be a bit different than from what I normally do, where I spruce up my commentary with some examples and stories from out of my just daily life and not the gameplay as well. So much damage. No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna just give up our lives like that. I would never forgive myself. What we're gonna do is go back over here, and then we're gonna ping our army again, because they were standing AFK for some reason. And then while coming back, Lily can heal us up further, I think, if she wants to do that. Luckily, our auto attacks heal us a bit. Jaina needs to make sure that she just doesn't get picked off, because that would be detrimental to us. I don't think we have eyes on Malfurion, but she is overextended by a mile though. Let's just pop our ult right there. Awesome, their healer is gone. Our Jaina is gone, which is really sad. Valera needs to be careful, but I am talking to a bot, so that doesn't really make any sense. Quickly try to clear out this camp. Alright, Troll, it's you and me, buddy. Let's do this. I can see the stealth guy roaming around, but he might not know that I see him. Don't see him anymore right now. Is he gonna be doing the bot camp, or is he gonna be waiting to ambush me? He is doing this. Alright, check this out. Now that's how you do it. I waited for him to clear it out as well, and only when he cleared it out I got rid of him and stole his camp. I wonder if Jaina is gonna be able to hold them off, because I can see that from the top lane their core is exposed and we're actually pushing onto it. But Jaina was not able to hold them off, so we are gonna have to recall, or otherwise it's all gonna have been for nothing. No, we're not gonna recall. We have to do this right now. This is our only chance. This is literally our only chance. Did we do it? We're gonna beat them. Oh my god. What an insane game. What an absolutely insane game. I wonder how much XP I'm gonna get. Well, yeah, you better believe I'm gonna be the MVP. 1 dead, 13 kills, 12 assists, nothing too shabby. Give our Jaina a little honor, because she was playing really quite well. an AFK player is on the MVP screen. That's very interesting. Let's just see this XP, hopefully open up a loot chest, and then we'll call it quits for now. Now, this was not exactly what I envisioned this type of content to be. I thought it was just going to be something short and sweet, just a little game, but it turned out to be something quite different than that. We will finish off with opening a loot chest which contains an epic, which is actually quite epic as the name suggests. Mephisto, never played him before, cool skin though. Thanks a lot for hanging out with me. I know it took a bit longer than expected, but it was a lot of fun. And I'll probably do this again when I feel like playing some more Heroes of the Storm and recording at the same time. Bye-bye. Good night.